Good thing it's not coming down right now because we're headed out to the weather patio where Stephanie has a special guest joining her to talk about the latest trends in the real estate market.
Yeah, thanks, Holly. It is a good thing that we're not getting any of that snow quite yet. It's all about timing sometimes. I'm joined by Brock Fletcher and the selling team with Keller Williams Realty. Welcome back to the weather patio.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk, because we were just talking about historic numbers when it comes to the Super Bowl and all of that fun stuff. We've got historic numbers actually when it comes to the housing market right now in the Lansing area, and it's really tricky right now, right?
It is really tricky. We have so few homes available for sale that we're really in uncharted territory. We're at 470 active listings as of today.
Now, 470 still may, if people don't realize, that seems maybe like a lot. I mean, that's hundreds of houses. But what's the normal number that we're at right now, usually?
Normally we're about 3,000. We have like a 21-day supply. That's what we have.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you see it changing anytime soon, or how is that going to work?
I don't. I think we're going to be in a bit of a permanent inventory shortage, and I'm affectionately calling the last 10 years, basically we had thousands of homes that didn't get built because of the economic crisis of '08. So we really have a lost decade of home construction. And that's what we're feeling now, is partially that ripple effect.
So is there a way to change that? I mean, if people are looking, houses with a lot of land and maybe looking for construction, I mean, is that going to help it?
I think that will be part of the solution. I think we're going to see, for those who can financially afford to build, I think that's an answer for people. But I also think that it's going to take a long time for us to get anywhere close to those historic inventories. So for those that are kind of waiting for the market to take a decline before they decide to buy, we're probably not going to see a decline for a long time from a value standpoint.
So if I'm not into real estate and I don't know really what any of that means, let's start with buyers.
Yep.
Do you have any tips right now for buyers on how they maneuver through this kind of tricky market?
Yeah, really, interest rates are so low that there's a huge opportunity to buy a home and stay there for quite a long time because interest rates are so low. So if you're a buyer and you're motivated to buy, the best thing to do is write a really competitive offer, get that offer accepted, get into that home, and then stay there for a really long time with that really low interest rate. That's how a buyer wins in the long run. Even if we go back just 15 or so years ago, the average interest rate was over 8.5% back then. So the value for buyers is in low interest rates.
What is the interest rate now on average?
We're right around 3%.
So we've dropped that much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the big difference that you're talking about. And we're seeing a lot of the pictures. Of course, you guys are known for a lot of your media that you do, the videos and the pictures that you do. And we're talking the land, and we're talking sunny skies there and everything. So do you recommend waiting for any moves now that we're kind of in this snowy time frame in Michigan?
If your life circumstances dictate that now is the right time for you to buy or sell, I recommend you move ahead with that.
Okay.
To me, that is typically why people will buy or sell. They got a new job, they had a familial status change, something like that is typically causing the move. But if you're really uncomfortable moving in the winter, just wait till it gets warm.
All right.
And then we'll go from there.
Or just build a fire.
Yeah.
So we talked about tips for buyers now, but what about some tips for sellers? Do you have any tips for them or advice if they're thinking about selling?
Absolutely. The first step is to find out what exactly your home is worth and then put together a plan from there. Most sellers are concerned about where they're moving to. That's what causes them stress. We can normally solve that problem with one consultation. We can set on a plan, we can identify where they want to end up at, and build a plan to reach that goal for them. So it's really not complicated. We just have to meet, and I just have to know what they're trying to get accomplished.
All right. Well, then how do we get that process started? How do they get a hold of Brock Fletcher so he can help them out and get through this whole thing?
Sure. Of course, my cell number.
Yep.
517-303-3262. And you can text me. I'll reply to any communication.
One of these times when we're out here on the patio, I want someone to call or text while we're here and we can see you in action. How about that?
That would be great. I did leave my phone in the truck, so,
dang it. Okay.
I'll bring it on the patio.
What about a website? Can they check you out online too?
Yeah, kwsellingteam.com. Really simple, and a lot of great information on our site too. Yep.
All right. Great. Well, thanks for coming in and braving the elements. Hopefully next month when we see you, it might be a little warmer. No promises.
I'm going to wear
right?
a winter hat next time. I'm not going to lie.
Good.
I'm going to wear a winter hat.
We're going to send it back inside.
All right, Stephanie and Brock, thanks for the information.